Hi everyone, welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. We're here in the Spires, Reaving Tempest still. Moving our way forward. Trying to find a way out.
My success was inevitable.
We found the Farseers, we've killed some Cabalites and stuff.
What a peculiar thing.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Oh, there's Tervantias, okay. Right, he's there. So we're getting near the end.
Speak, Elantak. Choose your own path. None are better at searching. A trivial task. Too hard for a simple monkey.
In front of you is a part of a concealment device that controls the traps in this deadly place. I've disarmed that one.
I have learned much in my exile.
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, which way to go, left or right? I guess, doesn't make any difference. Looks like they both join up.
Scum. You don't belong
What happened there?
in this galaxy. Give me strength.
Oh, they all take damage. Okay. So, I can go here. Cassia. Got Pascal there. Elliot. Udira. Argenta. Are the ones across here? Yep. Got some Hecatrix. Thrallmasters. Witch. About the same both sides. Okay.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
Okay. Right, let's get some. Where's the Hecatrix gone? Okay, one there. One there. And one there. Get Iron Arm and Jelly Bobs. Get everybody's dodge up. But earlier it's dodge and parry up extra. Let's help out Cassia.
On it.
Okay, only one Tremors of the Warp. Who goes first? Where's it gone all that? You go first. No, that's blind you. And enfeeble Holdos.
Was it you? Or
And might as well stick another
what? Of course.
3 exploits on that person. Okay, Cassia. Let's get some buffs out. I'll get this out first as well. Oh no, buff first. Buff Jelly Bobs.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
And buff
I am a
Argenta.
navigator, not a servitor.
Swap back. Let's get that out.
Isn't this a job for the Spires?
I'll return the pain tenfold.
Okay, early hits. Can see all of them. That's good. And for the Ecotrix.
If I must.
Wow, she didn't miss a 95%.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
And she's got another shot.
I am not your Xenos pet.
Nice.
Stand my vengeance.
Okay, well, now it's my usual bullshit.
Stick to it personally.
Damage myself. Give
Accept your loss.
everybody bleeds and fires. Double it up.
Your numbers mean nothing to me.
One alive. All the way over here, 22 health left. But hundreds of damage due. Oh, you can't see from over here. Let's just enfeeble you anyway.
Anything is. On it.
Because I can. Wow. I can run all the way out here.
I am ready.
Because all the people are killed.
This is intriguing.
Hey. Doesn't matter. I'll do this psychic force.
Who, if not me?
Hey, two of those. Nice. What do we have here? A dark lance again and another splinter rifle.
This could be an opportunity.
Bizarre Steely emits a subtle humming sound. As you listen, you feel your head is about to tear apart in unbearable agony, as if the sound is resonating with something in your mind. Well, it is doing that as well.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
The songs of my ancestors speak of stars long forgotten and worlds long gone. What a shame that you lack the capacity to understand even a single note. My success was inevitable.
Okay. Nothing else around here? That leads up to Tervantias. There's nothing back here to loot, was there? No.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Same again, a dark lance and a splinter rifle.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
There are faintly visible field lines on smooth surface, probably some sort of power system.
Did you hope to see an Azuriani fail?
Oh, I rolled a 97. Okay,
These
well,
calculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes.
I must. Thank you.
let's get some more health kits out. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
I sense something nearby.
What's this? A blood drinker's staff. That's not bad actually. Psyker staff power level times 1 plus scyvating. Okay, both me and Idira can use that. Venom chainmail. Need to do attacks of opportunity. Blitz boots. Get +4 damage against enemies have no adjacent abilities. Only applies to the first strike or projectile in a burst attack. Nah. Xeno hide gloves. Extra parry and area attack damage. And small ossificator.
Xenoblood has violated the purity of the true flesh granted to this unit by the old Messiah. It must serve a protracted penance.
Be glad you are alive. You'll have time to do all the atoning you want, if we make it out of here.
We have to get that on the other side, I guess. I won't talk to Tervantias yet. I'll go around the outside.
I always keep my options open.
I have learned much in my exile.
What do we have here?
It's a monofilament grenade. Lovely.
My success was inevitable.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
No, it was not inevitable. It's because you didn't blow one up.
A trivial task.
Okay.
Too hard for a simple
Let us
monkey.
not dawdle.
The elevator is controlled by an unknown mechanism that the human mind seems unable to comprehend. So that's the elevator then. Okay. We'll get that soon enough. So let's head back. Head up to Tervantias. Yeah, just some loot here. And a medkit. Okay, well, Tervantias.
Keep your wits about you.
Still sounds like it's percolating coffee. The homunculus looks up from the control panel and gazes at you with a disdain from the other side of the impenetrable force screen. You've survived, specimen. What a woeful lack of ability to follow orders. You're supposed to die. Be it in the arena or in the chasm. However, the servants of Azai-Vesh will soon remedy your blunder. Hello, Tervantias. I've not missed you either. Specimen, as you might have noticed, the homunculus limbs simultaneously gesture the massive construct supporting the force field around him. This version of the stifler blocks both the energy that bleeds in from beyond the veil and any physical attempts to intrude inside its range. Your attempt to conversion is pointless. Simply continue on the way to your demise and do not disturb me. How strange. Next to this construct, my soul was both naked and swaddled at the same time. The colours around me melt away, so do my powers. Your gaze momentarily loses focus, and the only thing you can still clearly see clearly is the massive stifler construct to which Tervantias is referring. You suspect, no, you know for a certainty, that the device contains a flaw invisible to ordinary eyes. Struggling to read today. A flaw made by Tervantias himself. One that's enough to channel warp corruption to the heart of the stifler. examine the construct. The stifler is enormous and resembles the devices you have seen before. There's no doubt that its purpose is to suppress warp manifestations. However, you notice a few details that are out of step with the construct's otherwise typical Drukhari design. Several of its parts are made from material foreign to Commorragh, fused into its frame by an unknown force. What happens if I destroy this construct, I wonder? Then you'll give thousands of souls to Silent Thresh, shall attack. You will ruin one enemy to empower another. Once she who thirsts has done feasted in Commorragh, she will surely sink her claws into your words as well, because nothing can sate her hunger. Xenos narrows his eyes at you and hisses. You must be thinking that the moment you do it, Commorragh will descend into demonic mayhem, and the valorous rogue trader will have rid the universe of the abominable Drukhari, and finally flee these dark holes. Before that happens, Specimen, demons that will arrive will rip your flesh to shreds and devour everyone in sight. And while you are busy writhing in agony, I'll have enough time to put everything back in order. You do not seem to share your kind's fear of the warp in the slightest. Does that make you mad, or simply arrogant? The Xenos responds with a self-satisfied chuckle. There is the reaction of a weak mind presented with the inconceivable. Even our masters are liable to it. Oh, the pains it took me to convince the Archon to bring the Spirit Warriors into the Dark City, and then to conceal the evidence of the dimensional collapse that destabilized the Spire. I alone acted without fear. I delved deeper, as scalpel delves into flesh. I have designed devices that stifle the breath of the unreal. I am creating a weapon that will make the warp itself tremble, and I am using the raging power of suns as sustenance for my weapon. I know no fear, but in my mind, there is no inconceivable, only the unconceived. Guess I'm doing this one. Pray to the gods of the warp, Edge, see through my eyes a doorway into the Dark City, and pray accept it as my offering. What? Tervantias did not get to complete his question. Plus 30. The homunculus stares at you with eyes filled with a natural light, like a shimmering ocean of silvery blue, with glimpses of nightmarish shadows lurking within. His body jerks, and his many appendages contract convulsively. Disciple of the truth, you have outdone yourself. The truth marches ever closer with quiet inevitability, and once its blessing runs through the veins of this one's machinery, the Dark City will become its domain. Commorragh will fall. Go, disciple of the truth. Return to your real space and serve as you did before. The path is open. And he pops. That's a massive amount of heresy right then. Plus 30. Yeah, I'm 7 off. We have shuriken cannons, incubus armor, and the injector. Was there any more? Yeah, that guard out here. Let's get to the elevator.
Backup plan.
And I'll pause and level everybody up. So, back in a sec. Okay, level 42. Looking feeble. I'm not sure if this will stack with Yremeryss, but give it a go. And agility. For earlier, we took Poise to Strike. The assassin makes an enemy suffer 18% armor and minus 6 deflection until the end of the turn. That's pretty good. And then if there are no enemies adjacent to them, they get an extra dodge reduction until their next turn. Which is good for multiple attacks and everything else, and some ballistic skill. Argenta. Strong point. Gain 2 temporary wounds, the target does, and 1 additional temporary wound for every 2 stacks of tactical advantage the tactician has. So it's a massive temporary wound buff, which I can give to my character before I do the one that gives myself temporary wounds, which then impacts my damage. Yeah, let me think of that. Agility again for Argenta after that. Which one was it? Damage over time. Shoot pain, no. Carnival of misery. Does it hurt? Nope. Yeah. While execution has temporary wounds, all of their melee attacks and damage over time effects do additional 55% damage. So it's not the amount of temporary wounds I have, but if I start to heal out of it, I can always get some more. That's what I was thinking of, Reckless Abandon. What's this one? Okay, so anyway, that was Argenta. For Pascal, we have Overwhelming Stratagem. Let's get overwhelmed. So it's a debuff, decent debuff. If they fail a willpower test against attacks by allies and a perception. Warp speed with the Dira. So you can give the target ally loads of movement, agility, an extra arm action point. Now that is huge, especially for either myself or Kibella. Just that agility bonus plus the movement, excellent. And ballistic skill, and Cassia, which will be on time. It's kind of like a reset ability. You use it on a friendly creature or any creature. And it kind of like saves the position and their health. You can use it again at them, and later on it returns them to there and restores the wounds. So if someone gets downed, like Adira, looking at you, I can return them on Cassia's next turn if I've done that before. And Fellowship, because she's an officer. Okay. Activate the lift. Let's see if we can get out of Commorragh. Okay. I was safe because I've just leveled people up. And I'm going to have a whole lot of leveling of people when I get back to real space.
To the top, or get left in the dust.
Some more Xeno cargo. Okay, that's looks like the stairs up to the main exit. Okay. The Spires of Commorragh pierce the darkness like needles through living flesh. They are pretty cool looking. Got the same kind of symbology as the Warhammer Online, Age of Reckoning, Dark Elf architecture, which, you know, that was Warhammer Fantasy rather than Warhammer 40k. I guess it would be the same.
Keep my options open.
Okay. If I remember rightly, there's a big battle up here. Some more talkies with the leader. Got a grotesque there, and I think some come from behind us as well. Ooh, dramatic edgelord there. Yremeryss. Miserable vermin. Yremeryss hisses through her teeth upon seeing you. Despite her blazing eyes and her bare teeth, you plainly discern what is in the Drakari's heart. Fear. Because I let the demons in. I'll see to it that death comes for you slowly. What about you, child of Koronus? How does it feel to know that you cannot save yourself, your family, or your precious craft world? The lit spirit stone flashes on her chest, and the ranger's hand trembles on the grip of a rifle. Your death will give me no joy, Archon Yremeryss, but it may give peace to the spirits of my kin. What did you need the Farseers for? Why take such a risk? So be it. I will humour you before death, if only to step out of another shadow once and for all. I wish to orchestrate a little disjunction, and with my helpless brethren in my clutches who are capable of tearing apart the veil with their mere presence, it could not have been simpler. When the time came, the Farseers would be my weapon against the Reaving Tempest rivals. Under cover of the cataclysm, my blades would behead all those who stood in the way of my ascent. All those craft world fragments, all those prisoners, was it all worth it, Xenos? Spare yourself the struggle of comprehending the meaning behind my deeds, wretched creature. Koronus was to be my key to power, the likes of which the Reaving Tempest could only dream of. Majesty is mine alone to claim, and I will claim it. No, Archon, you are destined for retribution, blood for blood. I cannot destroy your entire cabal as you destroyed Koronus, but the strength to cut off the snake's head. Poor little outcast. Yremeryss leers at her yet, staring into her eyes like a predator. The suffering of your brothers and sisters nourished us for a long time. Now you too will give me your pain. I've grown tired of these games and machinations you've ushered into my realm. Prepare to die. Die? Ha! Yremeryss draws a weapon. You're the only one who dies today, and after I'm done with you, I'll pay a visit to real space, to observe the terror and ruin wrought by my cabal. Do you know, Monkey, that so many of your kind have had their lives cut short at the hands of their own kin? I used you to purge the ranks of the cabal, to clear all obstacles from my path. I used you to accomplish my goals. I concluded with your kind, despite your much vaunted hatred of Xenos, which ought to have prevented any of you from even considering such a thing. From Argenta. You lie, Xenos, this is foul slander of an enemy of humanity. My servants are heading out on a new hunt as we speak. Who will become their prey? Which lights will wink out in the void? How many Monkey will perish in the darkness? Yremeryss let out a mocking laugh. You will never know. Have any final words to speak before your demise, Yremeryss? She tilts her head. I intend to live, Monkey, and I will live. And I will continue my work and lead my cabal to greatness.
Your kind has no right.
Yep, more grotesques. Okay. What does she have on her? 1000 health, no deflection, 45 arm, good dodge. I got a bloody shadow field. Oh, it's different though. She's under full cover from all ranged attacks. Okay. And then restore 10% the maximum wounds. Okay. Well, that's all lovely jubbly, but you're all going to die. Be me and Adira. That is so far away down there. Let's infuse Adira.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Unless, of course, Adira blows herself up, which could happen.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, that's pretty shit. Don't like that one. Do a debuff on your.
If I may.
She did have 1000 health. Now you got 822. Both Argenta.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
Let's see if I can stun you.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Burning and stunned. See you're burning. Also stunned. Wow. Crazy. From 1000 damage, 1000 something, down to 500. You're not stunned. Okay, good to know. Oh, that one there. Didn't see these two. I can pull that one in. Now let's get
I'm
these.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
Call this a strike?
Right, Pascal, off you go.
I'll see to it personally.
Didn't really want to go first.
On it. Temporary setback.
Who can I hit? A one shot.
I'll
That
see
one,
to
maybe.
it personally. Oh, if not me, you should have thought twice before crossing me.
How about you?
See to it personally.
Oh, I can't jump again. Alright, never mind.
I understand your intent.
Yeah, you can just stay there. No, then, Dira. Let's have you moved away from people a bit.
Cover me!
Just in case you blow up. Let's get Yremeryss. Get the incubus. And the incubus.
Was that you? Or...
That's both Jellybobs. And your dodge and parry. of Cassia. And everyone's dodge.
Anything else?
Got a bit shafted with the turn order this time. Yremeryss goes, so not if I blind you though.
On it.
Don't do that.
Was that you? Or
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
She healed up a bit. Thanatophobia. Well, she healed up a lot because of things, but she's still massively debuffed. Not an Argenta. 30 points. Yeah, I guess so.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Now, you get extra. She's still blind. Oh god, look at that debuff. Jesus. Oh, she's staggered. But not blind anymore. So I'll blind you. And increase dodge and stuff on Elliot. Really hasn't gone up at all. And then buff yourself.
anything else?
Buff Pascal, because why not? He's always been forgot about. Let's enfeeble that one. And until when? Till the end of combat. Excellent. How much does she have? Backs on. Not bad. Excuse me. To rear here.
My vow is to serve.
You'll consider this a taste of what's to come.
Wow.
And your pain won't stop me.
It's not all done in one turn. How dare I?
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Nice one, Argenta. Let's do reload.
Doubt is for the weak.
Get dodge and parry up. Get some extra health.
Of course.
There we go. Yeah, might as well do you. blind you as well. Psyker in 12, and she hasn't blown up yet.
Anything else?
And who else could do with lots and lots of movement? Cassia. Psyker in 15. What we got down here? Okay.
What is this foreboding? As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. Guided by faith! As the Emperor commands,
Oh, well look, it's at Darius. Let it go. Dodge and parry, who could do with that? Oh, Cassia, I guess.
was it you? Or
And blind you.
anything else?
Do you have prescience? There's prescience, isn't it? Yes. Does I think Cassia does as well? Yes. No, not really. Does Idira have prescience? She does. Who else could do with intelligence? Perception, fellowship, and willpower? Pascal. There we go, she's blown up.
Our way to victory.
Got a plague bearer. No, it's okay. This is early yet. Because of that, we've got nothing left here. Okay.
On it.
Can't quite get into those two.
You should have thought twice before crossing me. I'll see to it personally. Who if not me?
This is taking time.
I'll make it happen. It's as good as done.
That first turn sequence really annoyed me. Okay. What do we have? All facing the wrong direction, apart from the plague bearer. Got loads of movement, so let's get one up on you.
Serves your cause.
Hear you moving.
Nice.
No more.
It's a nice one shot.
If our fortune favors the swift.
And I should have done that before. But oh well.
My reckoning will be swift.
can I do here? Let's pull them here.
Best defense is a good offense.
If I may,
There we go. Now,
isn't this a job for the serfs?
let's have some more
See to it personally.
of that. Oh, damn it. That's what's causing it. All the damage I'm doing.
I'll make it happen.
I could go all the way down to that, but nah. I'm out of range of everything, aren't I? I'll start up. Damn it. Oops. What's that one? Yeah, keep off that one.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
I have really arsed this up.
The Omnissiah Council comprehends advancing. Running binary. Request approved. Running binary override. My vow is to serve.
Okay. Oh. Okay, can fire.
Doubt is for the weak.
Good dodge earlier.
I'll do it.
Well, now you had it in you.
I'll brush this off.
Okay, now I do
Feel
that.
honored to witness this. Plan well executed.
Should have done that 2 turns ago. Who's that? Earlier, I guess. We leveled up again.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Oh, nice. The word that's damage deals damage to target with the sword. The word gets +3 bonus to the weapon skill, blessed skill. Doesn't stack. Or maybe it does. Shadowfield. It's the same thing that Yremeryss was wearing. The Carmine Crown. Whenever bleeding, burning, or toxin effect inflicted by the wearer deals damage to an enemy, that enemy suffers -5% armor penalty against only the wearer's attacks, and the wearer gains +5% critical hit damage. Only for big bosses, really. A Warlord's Amulet. That's good for Pascal. Everyone gets dodge. Decreases all incoming damage except direct damage by 1%. And we leveled up again. So, let's pause, level up, I'll come back in a sec. Okay, so level 43 for my character. I took Psalms of Heroes. Psi rating is increased by +1 until the end of combat every time an ally uses Heroic Act. Not myself, an ally. And extra willpower. Earliet. Seize the advantage. +15 lethality against enemies that made the following: slowed, immobilized, or hemorrhage. And it tops out at 45. And extra Lord Xenos. Argenta. Dawn of Victory. Every critical hit scored by the tactician grants the momentum equal to half the resolve, up to 3 times a turn. And extra Perception. Pascal. Medicae Mechadendrite. So it's just a once per combat, free Medicae. And it gains 8 movement points the first round of combat. Every successful melee attack grants 4 for the next round. It's not often it gets into melee, but he is really good at it. Idera. Adrenaline Surge. First round of every combat, including the free one from Pascal. All psychic biomancy discipline cost 1 less action point. You know, there's quite a lot of biomancy stuff. Like Enfeeble. And Weak Hearts. Enemies suffering from blinded, stunned, immobilized, or prone, inflicted by the Psyker, take 10% more damage. And Cassia. He took strong points. I mean, look at this, there isn't much else to take. It is, Pascal's got this as well. Using a stratagem on a combat tactics area the second time in turn refunds 1 AP. You can juggle that with the free turn you get where everything is 1, or the first turn where it's 0 for your first area you put down, so you can get a point back. And willpower again, because there isn't much left. So that's done. Let's go home.
Is there money to be made? With the physical horrors of Commorragh behind them, a long and arduous journey, possible only with the help of a Xenos guide, lay ahead for the rogue trader and his party. From one strange destination to the next, through unknowable environments, the mere sight of which could drive one to madness.
The Harlequin in the corner.
Despite the challenges, they managed to escape the labyrinthian webway and find their way back. Home?
Old man. Poorly shaved Commorragh and worn coveralls eyes you with suspicion. It's clutching an autogun. Looks like it's one careless reload away from falling apart. The man narrows his eyes and cries, "Oi, who are you lot? You're not bandits, are you?" Upon noticing a non-human in your retinue, the old man grimaces with contempt and clutches the aquila hanging around his neck. And chumming around with inhuman scum no less. Begone, you lanky freak. I compel you in Saint Cognatius's name, in Saint Nicodemus Keefe's name, in Saint Drusus' name. the master of this planet, Jellybobs Valancius, and I require something of you. Blessed throne, you're joking me, his lordship. And these here backwards. What an honour, a big old honour this. Now, in my iconoclastic I've run through previously on YouTube, we got met by the Eldari here, but since I killed them all and left chaos in power, we get met by this person, I think. I think that's what it was, if my memory is right. The man drops to his knees and tries his best to hide the travesty of a firebomb, pretending that he was not just pointing at his chest a moment ago. Just a lowborn, a small, humble man, not even seen your lustrous visage on the holy icons in the temples of the capital. So, who are you? I'm a scout, your lordship. I wander the woods, I test the soil. Taking great care, the old man reaches into his sack and pulls out a scratched auspex with a long spike, wrapped in a muddy rag. The tech priest told me, once 1,000 steps you have walked, thrust the mystical probe into the soil, say a prayer, then press the Smargadine seal. Offer 3 prayers to the Emperor, then press the ruby seal. Thus will the probe test the land and you tell you what minerals dwell therein. That isn't such a 40k way of doing a soil sample. Mineralogy. It's brilliant. Other things in the colony. I won't shame myself by complaining. We live. Thanks be to the God Emperor and your lordship. We pray for your health every day. The Chem Princes collect ties, flog troublemakers, protect us from bandits, and don't fight much among themselves. All's well. His expression darkens. There's this plague going around on Janus though. Makes your hair fall out, your skin go pale, and your voice disappear. Turns normal Emperor fearing people into white freaks, scum of humanity. We call the folks like that wretches, scary to look at, better to put them down. Well, we do, little by little, with poison. Is the governor well? Descendia Janus Viat Aram af Koronus? The commoner pronounces the governor's flower name flawlessly, but every word makes him flinch like someone's hitting him with a stick. We pray for her health every day. His voice drops to a whisper. We also pray that she never sets her sights on us to hear scary things about that capital and her court and the missing people. Rumour has it, the hosts a never-ending ball at her palace. Dance never stops, not for a moment, and your servant who steps inside the palace never comes out. There must be an awful lot of work to do at that ball of theirs. I'm not going to ask him about that. I need a shuttle and some means of contacting the naturopathic choir, so I can summon my voidship here. In a jiffy, your lordship, please be welcome to our flying ferry. It's right over yonder in the brush. It's also where our expedition's Vox wizard is staying. Do I have a break? I don't have half an hour of chat now. No. The high-ranking officers beam with genuine happiness. Danrock steps forward and solemnly says, "Welcome to the bridge, Lord Captain. Like the rest of the crew, we are overjoyed by your return. I thank the Emperor for it." The crew stares in awe and terror at the giant towering over the crowd. Some make the sign of the Aquila on the chest, while others collapse to their knees with a prayer to the God Emperor on their lips. This wave of pie shock does not seem to discompose Ulfa in the slightest. He just chuckles into his beard and glances around curiously. Heinrich von Kalox approaches you. He's not looking at his best. It seems he's not slept in quite a while. Lord Captain, allow him to express how glad I am that you've rejoined us alive and unharmed. Shireen, light of my eyes, I'm overjoyed to see you amongst us one more. Truly the Exalted One is merciful for showing you the way back home. I hope all the Ashmags who left us to languish without our Lord Captain have already become food for the warp demons. Domin Jellybobs, the flagship without you was like a body without a heart. There's blood frozen in his veins. We welcome your return, stand ready to serve. Cabela devours you with her eyes, anxiety written large on her usually impenetrable face. As your shadow, Must personally make sure you are well, Domin. Wait for me in your quarters. First off, how much do you know about my abduction? Not much, Lord Captain. All contact with the party was lost shortly after the supposed pirates boarded the ship and abducted your companions' kinspeople. We immediately sent shuttles with boarding parties to your aid, but we didn't find anyone on the ship save for the crew, all of whom have either been butchered or driven insane. Heinrich's gaze is focused on Earliet, his eyes burn with an undisguised hatred and a promise. Earliet's expression is inscrutable, but eyes are fixed on you and you alone. Since your lordship's body was never recovered, we hope that you're still alive. Alas, even our most alert org operators never spotted anything suspicious. Thus, an ignominious failure put you in dire peril. Heinrich's gaze, tense and almost desperate, is focused on you, but he says nothing, for now at least. Dare we inquire what happened to your lordship? Does not matter. The topic of my disappearance is closed. As you command, Lord Captain. Where's my ship been all this time? The Officers' Council decided to take the ship to Footfall, where one can hear the gossip of the entire expanse. Our agents tirelessly searched for information about your lordship. Had we heard even a whisper of where you were imprisoned, we would have immediately launched a rescue expedition. While you were absent, Lord Captain, we made every effort to find you. That resulted in a number of modifications to the ship that have significantly upgraded it. Thanks to a favourable deal secured by the esteemed High Factotum, the ship is now equipped with state-of-the-art auger systems and direction finders from Kiava Gamma. It's quite enough fawning and fussing. I wish to return to my duties immediately. Danrak throws up his hands, but the crew is overcome with joy and gratitude to the God Emperor. Nonetheless, your will is absolute. Factotum smacks his lips awkwardly and adds in a quieter voice, Lord Captain, the senior officers will report to you shortly. In your absence, we received a number of astropathic messages and dispatches that demand your attention. Ugh. More. Nomos. The group of servitors suddenly stirs, their movements frighteningly identical even for automatons. They stare at you and say in perfect unison, Hello. Nomos have come to welcome you back. We sense a great deed has been done. A vivid imprint on existence. You did something very important. What was it? I fed the dark city of the Xenos to a force of the likes of which they had never seen before. We feel your rapture. We share it. This... None what Nomos is from the first run through. This is going to be interesting. Did Nomos say it correctly? The servitor chorus, which sounds as though a single voice falls silent. Nomos appears to be waiting for your response in eager anticipation. I'm glad you're learning to understand me, Nomos. After a long pause, the servitor chorus responds with unexpected forcefulness. Nomos are glad too. We must go now. We'll come to speak with you later. Another pause follows, so long that the silence becomes more piercing than a scream. Then the servitors finally break it. We are wondering whether you would manage to return. One can detect with the naked eye the moment when Nomos leaves the bridge. The servitors stop moving in sync and slowly shuffle off to their posts. My voice is going. Bella, having stepped to your chamber, stares at you, eyes wide, brimming with emotion. Domin. A moment later, her hand touches your face. Kiss Cabela. I'm here, my love. The sword constantly dripping blood. She melts in your embrace, her trembling touches expressing the feelings better than any words could. She releases you and looks into your eyes with a mixture of longing and relief. I believed. I knew you were alive. I saw your shadow in the labyrinth, looking for a way out. Meandering in the dark, you're still guided towards salvation by his light. And now you're here, Domin Jellybobs. She slowly pulls away. A tender expression gives way to something else. Pain, despair. Right here, where your blade rested in its sheath, pointless and useless. Ah, she being the blade. Please don't. No one could have foreseen what would happen. Her fingers curl into fists. The Undying One has given me his signs. He must have warned me, but I failed to see. Cabela hesitates a moment before finding the will to speak. The day that you and I are bonded in the labyrinth, something upset the order of things. All that the Vizier taught me. All that makes me what I am. And here we are, reaping the fruits of my irresolution, my weakness. Not by his providence saved you from falling to an unrighteous death. What are you trying to say? Cabela looks at you without blinking. Attendants demand irreproachable service. Only thus are we able to read hearts and see threads. The blood-spun web will not accept a failure. Whatever you're going through, we will face it together. Cabela lets out a bitter chuckle. Together? You have no notion of what it's like when errant thoughts and emotions obscure your inner sight. Your world is full of transitory passions. It is woven from them. It lives through them. But that have to care about any thread other than your own, including mine. Perhaps our bond is not as heavy a burden on your heart as it is on mine, Domin Jellybobs. Cabela licks her lips as if the curl into a malicious smile. After all, I'm not the only one you have bonded with.
Venai Cassia, I've seen the way she looks at you, the way you look at her. You crave her fluttering soul. Why? Is it because it's so easy to break?
No, because she was killing us with all her bloody stuff in the coming out of the vat. Cabela speaks in a cold voice of a spoon of death. The web demands that create distance between us. I cannot be your blade so long as thoughts and worries of another kind shroud my path through the labyrinth. Despite the tone in the words, you see longing in her eyes and glimmer of hope. Who are more interested in seeing where this goes? I'm more interested in Cabela's future. I want to be with you, no matter what. Cabela squeezes her eyes shut. I was hoping that you would be stronger than me. She sobs as if buckled under the weight of the decision that's been thrust upon her. The web demands a sacrifice that I can't bring myself to give. I need to be alone, to understand who I am, with you. Perhaps I should try a different mask for a time, and see how well it fits me. Cabela falls silent, slowly as if pushing through water. She withdraws from you and turns away. I'd probably arse that up. Who's that? Danrock? Yeah. Your Lordship, I must report highly compromised information about a member of your retinue, namely Mistress Jai Hadari, who turns out is nothing of the sort but a commoner, a fugitive from the law, and deserter from the Imperial Guard. I have solid evidence to prove it. How did you come to know of this? In your Lordship's absence, the burdens of watching over the dynasty's treasury fell upon my shoulders. I deemed Jai Hadari the likeliest threat to the dynasty material security. I had my people conduct an investigation and uncovered a past connection between Hadari and an individual by the name of Mercy, a highly influential figure in the Casablanca mission with a dangerous reputation. Yes, we know that. Fearing that predatory interests of the Casablanca would pose a threat to your coffers, I began my own investigation. It was entirely reasonable to suspect collusion of some kind between Hadari and Mercy. So my suspicions were confirmed. The two were connected. It was from Mercy's associates that acquired the compromising intelligence on Hadari. Drop this down, Rock. Forget what you know. As you will, your lordship. I know she's not that. But I won't forget. Jai smiles grimly at the fact I told him, let's not play games, Jellybobs. You heard everything, you know everything. Shot me, did you, little wannabe quester? Jay's voice would bear and undergo a stark transformation. Brighton soldier slang quests through a typically gentle speech. Don't miss a thing, your servants, Jellybobs, and the sneakiest too. They'll climb up a Grox's arse to find out what they want to know. I do not want to know anything. This conversation never happened. Shrugging, Dry gives you one of the dazzling smiles of old. Your word is law, Shireen. For me, after this bloated, devious louse. Not bothered. Ugh, God, more. Denlock adjusts his jacket before addressing you. Now then, Lord Captain, shall we get to business? We have a number of items to go over. First and foremost, I have news about your subjects. In the time you were gone, the servants of House von Valancius have told tirelessly their service to you, and for the benefit of the entire Trade Protectorate. Your devotees continue their work of your devotees. Right. Continue the work of spreading the word of the Great Beacon. There are more and more people in the von Valancius Protectorate who accepted the new faith as the one true belief. The followers of the old cult are either hunted down or forced into hiding. The Expanse is in flames, your lordship. Squadrons and smaller groups of despicable Drukhari raid our systems. The cult of the Final Dawn has emerged in full force, wreaking havoc everywhere. We've heard rumours of the fall of Santiel's pride. House Corda's world. An outrageous sacrilege given how abundant and inexpensive promethium is there. Strife has broken out between House Winterscale and House Corda. Chaos reigns everywhere. Only the esteemed Lord Inquisitor is trying to fight it, concentrating all available forces of footfall to draw them into a fist that will smash the rampaging heretics and Xenos vermin. Kind of Xenos are attacking the Expanse. Drukhari, your lordship, the squadrons both large and small are invading the Expanse, unleashing carnage on planets, taking captives by the thousands and attacking ships, as if someone has poked their nest, if you will, and now they are lashing out. How fare the wills of my dynasty? The Heretic's malicious acts make it difficult to maintain astropathic contact with the colonies. The cult of the Final Dawn strikes everywhere, and the sleeper agents are active on every planet. On People 6, a mutiny was crushed after a group of newly revived prisoners succumbed to blasphemous propaganda. But will the world stand firm against the onslaught of the enemies of humanity? Do not succumb to their pernicious influence. So Xavier Calcazar is leading the defence. Exactly. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor Calcazar has declared himself warden of the Koronus Expanse, issued orders to requisition troops. He has made footfall his base of operations, as though it was the most logistically convenient point. From there, his fleet strikes throughout the Expanse, destroying the forces of the cult of the Final Dawn and the abominable Drukhari. It may be all that currently stands in the way of the Expanse being reduced to ashes. Red Heretics laid siege to Euphrates II, the hallowed forge of the Cognizant's fleet. The Lord Inquisitor sent an enormous force. Now they, and exploiter squadrons recalled from the front lines, stand together against the Heretics in battle for the sacred planet. What's the source of strife between Incendia and Caligos? When the esteemed Lord Inquisitor called upon the rogue traitors to join his forces, her ladyship Incendia Corda heeded the summons, while his lordship Caligos Winterscale ignored it. Rumour has it that his refusal was defiant in manner, and served as a pretext for Lady Accorda to declare war on House Winterscale. Winterscale's ships are being hunted and his worlds occupied under the pretense of compelling them to submit to the Imperial Creed. Surprisingly, for his love is fighting, Winterscale is in no hurry to defend his domain. According to intercepted astropathic messages, he and his retinue are currently on Kessa Tema, hunting down a Xenos fleet, Eldari by all appearances. Is there anything else I should know? The factotum loves his head and thought, there'll be minor developments if you so wish. I'll gladly bring you up to speed on the bridge. I do not want them to take any time away from this occasion. From Abelard, Lord Captain, allow me to make a request, a personal one. While you're away, the choir master received an astropathic message from Dargonus. It concerns my family. The Vaserians have been accused of treason against House von Valancius. What? How is that possible? I cannot comprehend it. The seneschal shakes his head hopelessly. The Viserians have served rogue trader dynasty loyally for generations. This is hard to admit, but the news has come as a crushing blow. The accusations are levelled by on behalf of the drive stems and the governing house. Under normal circumstances, the investigation would not have required your involvement. And my entire family would have been of noble stock. The Viserians are entitled under an ancient custom to petition for rogue trader's personal protection once in a generation. Your personal protection, Lord Captain. Abelard raises his gaze to you. Do not deny us their honour, I implore you. Tell the choir master to send a message to the Koronus saying I will personally take part in the investigation. Abelard breathes a sigh of relief and seems to grow an inch or two taller. It will be done, Lord Captain. Is that it? God, no. What do you want, Heinrichs? Not Idira. Idira hurriedly enters the study, sniffing and hunching her shoulders. She looks haggard, her bags under her eyes, her hair is dishevelled, and her hands quiver slightly every few moments. With some effort, she focuses her eyes on you and forces a crooked smile. Lord Captain, I wanted to thank you for not leaving me with that sick homunculus. I'm sorry if I said a bunch of things I shouldn't have said. I was pretty out of it. Just don't know what it's like to finally be alone with your own thoughts. It wasn't easy to give that up and believe it's just another trap set by the Xenos. Well, thanks to you, things are back to the way they've always been. The door's cracked open again. My dear old whisperers are back to torture me, the rascals. She chuckles bitterly. You know, I didn't come here just to get all teary-eyed and grateful on you. There's something important, something about my whispers. See, I've been having some interesting visions. I feel like how we deal with these visions is going to decide my fate. I know it sounds dramatic, but I'm being dead serious. Keeping the same vision over and over again, I'm walking down the corridor, and there's this door at the end. I just know that right behind that door is blissful silence. All I've got to do is reach out and open it. So I touch it with my fingers. I can feel the cold, rough metal. Then I suddenly snap out of it, and I always find myself staring at a wall in some compartment or other. Look behind me, and all the doors on the way are open, but I have no memory of how I got there. Lord Captain, I'll cut to the chase. Please help me find that door. I'm not joking. This is a matter of life and death. My gut tells me it's my last chance to deal with my powers, and if I don't, she trails off. We will find this door. I'll give you my word. Some of the darkness in Idira's eyes clears, and a smile widens slightly. Thank you, Lord Captain. I knew you wouldn't leave me in a bind. As soon as I sense we're close, I'll let you know right away. From Jai. The Exalted One bless the House of Valances for your jest of spirit, Shireen. Thank you for deigning to speak with me. Jai turns unusually hesitant, now tentatively choosing the words that not only a moment ago rolled off her tongue in an uninterrupted cascade. Here's the thing, Shireen. My network of trade representatives has been stretched a little thin too thin recently. Like chiffon dress on a whore. Supplies are all over the place. Orders aren't being fulfilled. Clients are kicking off, and not without reason. And revenues plummeting. If that wasn't bad enough, my guys running things on footfall have been incommunicado recently. An astropathic message has finally come in to tell me why. Some ashmag or ashmags, thrown smite them, has captured my gang. And they threaten to kill every last one of these hard-grafting whelps if I don't do what they want. They only want one thing. My Macatum tabula officiale in exchange for my gang's lives. Jai tosses her thick mane of hair and grits her teeth, looking more vicious than you ever seen her. But I'm not giving up my certificate for anything, nor am I going to leave my guys high and dry. That's why I'm begging for your help and protection, Shireen. If I have to step into a cage of hyenas, I'd rather do it with a lion on my side. Taliman did not say who sent the message. Shireen, you know yourself that all this astropathic chit-chat is nothing but a stream of images, thoughts, intentions, nothing concrete. I don't need to name a sender. I know already. I can smell Falco's stench all over it. Or else it's Vladimir's doing. It's just that damned Ashmak style, as you take him. When we reach Shortfall, I will help your associates. I look forward to that day, Shireen, and praise be to the Exalted One for bestowing such a miserly portion of haughty indifference upon your heart. Jellybobs, Heinrich gives you a curt nod in greeting. I apologise for barging in unannounced. I've received news that I must discuss with you face to face. You may recall that I mentioned that Achilles, Heinrich pauses before continuing, that Gilskalander was transferred into my remit by a colleague. The colleague in question has contacted me. She requires my immediate assistance. Who is this colleague? Heinrich hesitates for a moment before answering. Emelina Lichtenhardt, sage to the Lord Inquisitor. Tell me more about Emelina. Who is she? An acolyte who was assigned a different range of objectives in the Koronus Expanse. Heinrich shows off and shakes his head. Don't take me. Still try to hide information from you even when I'm asking you for your help. Emelina is a sage, a unique acolyte of the Inquisition who can absorb huge amounts of knowledge and store them in her own memory more securely than any data crypt. Talking to her is a strange experience. But that was a barely scratching the surface of who she is. Emelina is an incredible scholar, an expert on the forbidden and the illicit, and of course, she is a loyal servant of the Golden Throne. I did all this before in the previous run through. I believe I have a clear picture of Emelina now. What was her message? Emelina's message is incomplete and distorted. It's impossible to make sense of every word. The only thing we know for certain is that an acolyte of the Inquisition is asking me to go immediately to Phaeton 4, a remote planet. In her message, she seems to be requesting either military support or help me with an evacuation. But whatever precipitated this request, Emelina would not make it if it weren't absolutely necessary. An old rogue trader has more than enough matters to deal with. Nevertheless, I'd like to officially request the Lord Captain's assistance in dealing with this issue. He inclines his head. I have no authority to demand anything from House von Valancius, therefore I am confining myself to a request, for the sake of the Koronus Expanse and the Imperium. I shall help you. We shall go to Phaeton 4, put an end to this threat. Thank you, Lord Captain. I'm confident this minor deviation from our primary course will help stem the spread of anarchy in the Koronus Expanse, if only slightly. At the very least, we won't be outflanked. I've already spoken to the navigation crew and provided them with coordinates of Phaeton 4. You can set course for it as soon as you give the order. My voice is going to give up very soon. Enough, Xenos. Justice will be done, one way or another. Heinrich's voice drips with venom. Slither all you like, heretic spawn, but you never leave this ship unscathed. The bridge is enveloped in unusual silence. Officers on duty are huddling in the corners, looking on curiously at what's transpiring in the centre. Oh, it's early yet. Heinrichs. What punishment awaits him who failed to realise his own acolyte was a traitor? Upon hearing your words, the interrogator stiffens and grits his teeth in anger. Achilles died after receiving due punishment. Even if it was not at the hands of the Inquisition, I will hear no more about it. Catching sight of you, the curious crew members dash to their posts, leaving only the senior officers in the middle of the bridge. For how long are you going to tolerate this filth on your ship, Jellybobs? This foul traitor has already dragged you into darkness once, and who almost left your protectorate without its sovereign. Rogue trader, Heinrich's voice makes your blood run cold. Has old Dari heresy clouded your judgment? Treachery always means death, either for the traitor or the one betrayed. You almost died in Commorragh. Your retinue, you know what became of them. Is it not high time that justice was done? Those present nod wordlessly, but do not dare to interfere. Now, this is a fine spectacle. The inhuman gets what she deserves. Let's all watch and laugh from Ulfar. Elliot does not react to the curses being slung at her. With an imperturbable expression, she watches the crowd before her. Now she turns her gaze to you. Think you may have forgotten who gives the orders on this ship. How dare you burst onto the bridge and make demands of me? Heinrich's now at his eyes, disappointed. Deplorable indulgence of the enemies of humanity, Rogue Trader, and your own weak will. The one who points out a mistake shall be rewarded for the truth. Don't wish to see the truth. Remain among the blind. Everyone present timidly averts their eyes. Speaking up against you definitely was not part of the plan. Did it say anything? Do you really not care about what happened? Or are you trying to conceal your true feelings again? I'm sorry that my mistake led anyone along the paths of the Dark City. I can see their pain and rage, I understand. But words and pity will not help them. Only time, and perhaps revenge, which will dull their pain for a little while. But you have taken away their chance for revenge and attack. And all we can do now is wait. It's time to get back to work. Elliot nods and gestures elegantly before leaving. Till we meet again, Ellentak. May the darkness scatter into myriad of new stars before you. Thank fuck for that. Right. I'm gonna save. Thanks for watching this bumper episode. I forgot how much talking there was at the end of that. Right. So, next episode we're back into exploring the Koronus Expanse. Things have changed. A lot has changed. Be good to see what happens when we get to Footfall and what Corda has done there. That'll be fun to see as a heretic. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, doubly thanks. Now see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.